entire team is covering every angle of the story of the vice president's visit. Taylor Levesque is on your side. She was actually in the auditorium for the vice president's speech. Zach Wilcox is speaking with people and is getting their reaction this evening. And our Cheyenne Cole will have more as Jacksonville's first woman mayor met up with the first woman vice president. But first, we want to give you a breakdown of today's event. Our Taylor Levesque is joining us live. She is inside the Ritz Theater and Museum this evening where the vice president just spoke a few minutes ago. Taylor.
Yeah, Vice President Harris mentioned that slavery involved rape, torture, and taking a baby away from its mother. She says these new standards replace history with lies. Teachers and community members who spoke before her accused state leaders of whitewashing Black history. Vice President Kamala Harris called some state leaders who support the course changes extremists, accusing them of pushing misleading and false propaganda on children in classrooms. A new standard causing concern says students will be taught that slaves developed skills in which some instances could be applied for their personal benefit.
It involves subjecting to people the requirement that they would think of themselves and be thought of as less than human. So in the context of that, how is it that anyone could suggest that in the midst of these atrocities, that there was any benefit to being subjected to this level of dehumanization?
The new curriculum applies to students in kindergarten through 12th grade, and the Florida Board of Education, who approved the new academic standards for African American history lessons, is appointed by the governor, not elected. Ahead of Harris's appearance, Governor DeSantis accused her of lying about Florida's educational standards to, quote, cover for their agenda of indoctrinating students and pushing sexual topics onto children. Florida stands in their way, and we will continue to expose their agenda and their lies, end quote. Harris says the history of slavery should not be a debate and argued that nobody benefited from it. And coming up at 6, we'll have more on how Vice President Kamala Harris defended teachers' rights in the classroom. In downtown Jacksonville, Taylor Levesque, First Coast News, on your side.
Thank you, Taylor. The Vice President arrived.